have it in your spell book?
Yeah.
I don't want you to use your energy to just, boo. You can do it. Take your time. Have a load off. Just think about it.
Huh? You think something afoot?
Okay. I don't think there's nothing that's normal around here. And if anything is magical, we should know. Yeah?
I think you're right.
So go ahead. Just think about it. Read your spell, please. And, don't waste your energy. I'll carry you. Don't you worry. But I want you to be my goggles. Find anything that doesn't look okay.
So, Sock, just to verify, detect magic doesn't need to be prepared, right? Is that correct?
So you can catch it. You can cast it as a ritual because it has the ritual tag, but it's just going to take you an extra 10 minutes to do so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Pip will, upon Gabriel's request, start casting detect magic.
And I will just carry you around as you do it.
Am I able to, I guess, glean any information as to what killed the trees with my nature check?
Sure. Give me a nature or arcana check.
Okay.
Ooh,
so
okay.
Good.
Okay.
You walk up and kind of run your hand down this tree, kind of reaching out to anything that might be left. You don't get any sense of life left in this tree that you connect with. What, from a druid's perspective, the soul of this tree has been removed.
Blinks back tears. So just like they siphoned the magic from the people, they've siphoned all of the life from the surrounding area.
Meanwhile, the other statue on the other side of the path is different. You see a figure kind of mid-pose, like very dramatic, almost like a dancer, with kind of one leg is kind of up, only one leg's connected to the base of the statue, and then they're in like a dancing pose with like a twirling dress and scarves. It's a very beautifully made statue, though one of the arms has fallen off. But in the other hand, as Pip, you finish casting detect magic, the other hand you notice is glowing slightly with magic. And you can't quite see why, but as you kind of get a bit closer and inspect, you can see there looks to be a like a small like flame, like a magical flame. As you're on, like, you kind of stand on Gabriel's shoulders, and you can see like a small blue flame like in the palm of this individual's hand. That's very weak, like it's barely present.
Can Pip try to, inspect it further to kind of determine what it is?
Gabriel put you down.
Okay, you can no longer see the blue flame as it's pretty tall.
No, pick me back up.
Oh, no, it's tall. Oh, puts him back.
You reach your... Okay, make an Arcana check for me.
Can I assist?
How?
He's on my shoulders.
No.
I can't assist.
Oh.
I tried.
Okay.
Wait, what did I? I'm
Nice.
confused. What just?
You somehow rolled an advantage. I don't know how.
How?
I don't know.
I assisted. I have no idea.
Let's try again. Uh-oh.
What is
Oh
happening?
no.
Didn't you have this problem before, Gabriel?
I had this problem too. Yeah.
All I'm doing is clicking.
I forget how I
Arcana
fixed
in my
it.
attributes.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
I just roll. Your bonus is 5, right?
Yeah, so just do a
Yeah, it
d20
is.
plus 5.
Yeah. That's how I did it. I forget how I fixed it. I think it was something with the dice rolling. I have no idea. Like one of the modules.
Have you got the advantage clicked bottom right? No, you haven't. Okay, with a 16, this is a continual flame. This is just a basic spell that's just meant to be a constant flame in this individual's hand. But it's been, with your detect magic and stuff, it's been siphoned. It's not as strong as it's supposed to be. Like somehow it's still going, but something has sucked the magic out of this spell to the point that it's nearly expired. Upon even further inspection, the statue's face is quite interesting, because
Is
it
this
looks
specific to Pip or everyone?
This is to everybody. So this is like you see the statue dancing with this magic in its hand, and you kind of the face itself seems to be morphing. Like there's like 3 different faces that have been like purposefully carved. Like you see a face of like a human, just like a normal like elf or something. You can't really tell, it's just really smooth skin. And then you see like a face of like a tabaxi, like furred, with like a tusk on one side of the mouth. And then you also see like a lizard scales on top as well. Yeah, it looks like this figure is like changing their face mid dance and spellcast.
The fuck?
Now what? Hello?
Who are you asking? All of us?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we just head to the fortress. Carefully, quietly. And we should probably avoid contact with the locals.
Why do you say that?
They're not the most friendly, to people like us. So they don't really like outsiders.
You, by the way, Gabriel, you would know this. I think we talked about it. You would know this because you are from Thrain.
Well, what? Can I just? But I have these.
And then Pip points to the thorns and stuff on his head.
You think I could blend in?
I mean, you got a point.
Many, actually.
Uh,
I'm gonna
we
lose
could try to talk to them. I'm not familiar with this area.
I think the fewer people know that we're here, the better. We don't need anybody rushing to the whispers and letting them know that we're near.
But what if there's somebody who can help?
I
That's kind of my
I
concern.
doubt, unless you have friends here, I doubt any
I've
of
never been
them
here
are
in my
going to
life. I
want
have
to
no
help
idea
us.
what's going on.
Then no, nobody here will want to help us.
Ignore my rolls. I'm just checking to see if they're all messed up.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's fine now.
Wait, roll. What was the one that you fucked?
It's
Arcana?
Arcana, yeah. It's fixed.
That's
somehow.
really weird, yeah. Gabriel's poorly lying. By the way, like you don't need an insight check to figure that out. He's not a good liar, so. He'll just gesture for Anna and Zaxun, and also look for Chuck. Where's Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
Chuck's
Chuck?
there. Chuck's
Oh.
there.
He's just
Don't you worry.
chilling.
Chuck's just like neck deep in fog, just like.
Do you know how it is so hard to play such a quiet character? Because my god, I do so much talking on a day to day.
Dude, he's so funny. Oh god, just the idea of Chuck always being around is so funny.
He's just there.
He's like a nightmare. He's like the Hat Man.
He's
The
a
sleep
sleep.
paralysis demon.
He's a sleep paralysis demon.
He's the man.
All right, we should probably get started
Yeah.
while we still have daylight.
Yes.
The last thing we want to do is take them on in the night.
I'll keep carrying Pip
you
if
wanna
he
lead the
allows.
way?
All right.
Allowed.
I'll keep down the trail. I think it's into the hamlet first, right before we get anywhere near the fort.
You
Mm,
see
do we want to go into the hamlet or do we want to?
Like on the edge.
you do see as you kind of begin stepping into the forest, there is a small like wooden post with like a sign on it that you can see pointed all like in all three there's like three signs like wooden directions on it. You can see the first one says Evans Hollow. That's EVON apostrophe S Hollow. And then you see Fort Evanhart. That someone has come along and there is just scratches all the way through it. Like someone has just scratched through it with like a knife or a dagger or something. It's still visible, but it's been crossed out. And then you can see a newer piece of wood has been hammered into this post, and it's written in like a dark ink, not carved in. It's just dark ink has been painted on. It just says Dreadstone. But they all point down the path.
Lovely.
Oh, well, we're in the right direction.
Yep. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
All right. So you begin heading into the forest, making your way down. Now, I will say, there isn't a lot of light here. So I will say this is dim light conditions. So what that means is, if you are going to be making any perception checks or anything, you will have disadvantage. And obviously, like, it's hard to see things around you. If you have dark vision, I think that might help you here, but unless you kind of take a torch out or a light source, it is going to be dim light conditions in this forest.
I'd
Okay.
actually like to just quickly, I'm going to rip a patch off the robe and
Okay.
use the bullseye lantern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Let me see. It's a cone of 60 feet bright light for a 60-foot cone, and then a dim light for an additional 60 feet. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I will put that in your inventory.
Nice.
So is this just increasing vision for you, or is it actually lightening the whole
Yes,
place?
this
Yeah.
lighting the whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a cone, so it's only like, whatever direction you point it. But you do light it up, and yeah, it's fully operational. So you can see in front of you normally out to a distance of 60 feet in whatever direction you point it. And then make sure you read your dark vision as well if you have it, because that might help you with dim light as well. But you begin heading through. Not too long after, you come to a like a kind of a fallen tree here in the middle. It's not difficult to get around. As you kind of slow down and the boots are hitting dirt, stop, for a second. Zaxxon and Annie, you start to hear like this creaking sound. This wooden creaking coming from the path ahead of you.
I'm gonna really pick the lantern up and sort of like point it in the direction of the sound.
Okay. So I'm going to reach up and put my hand on Zaxxon's arm to let him know that I hear it too. And
Can I
I'm
ask-
going to peer
sorry.
into the darkness. And I do have dark vision. It's 60 feet.
Okay. Chuck?
I was gonna say Chuck has dark vision up to 120 feet. Would he be able to see?
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What the fuck is Chuck?
Dwarf.
He's
Dark-
he's Dwergar. He's
Yeah.
literally in the
Yeah.
dark.
Walking in the
Dark dwarf,
fog.
Yeah.
He's good in the dark.
My passive stealth is 15. We just haven't had a chance to use it.
So
you have dark vision?
as Chuck, you hear this noise and the party kind of reacts to seeing Zaxxon and Anna like pointing the lantern in a direction. You don't see anything, but Chuck, you look and you can see in the darkness. Now, bear in mind you don't see color. So like,
It's
everything's
like black
pretty.
and white.
It's black and white, right? And so this is a
Okay.
pretty black and white place anyway. But you see walking along the path towards you, in the dark, is this kind of hunched over creature with a beak. And it's pushing like a wooden cart or a trolley. And it's just slowly pushing it along the dirt path towards you.
What the fuck?
Now, let me ask, would you say this is more bird-like, or would you say it's kind of like a hybrid of something?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Either a 1 or 20 when it comes to Chuck. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
he's good.
Hopefully.
Seems
Loves
bird-like.
nature.
Seems bird-like.
Is bird-like?
Difficult to make out though. You do see some
Okay.
feathers.
I'm just gonna kind of reiterate that to Zaxxon then, and just kind of explain what I'm saying.
Bird.
I'm not gonna point the light at it because I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
startle it, but
Chuck's gonna like point in the direction though, and
Yeah.
kind of iterate.
Hmm.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Sock. I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay. As it kind of gets closer and you turn the light off, in the darkness, you begin to hear just like this faint whistling tune coming from where the creature is, just like a faint just coming along the path towards you.
I'm turning the light back on and I'm pointing it at it.
It kind of turns towards you as you see it, and what you see is like this bird-like creature with like purple, dark purple feathers, pushing this little cart that is filled with like reflective oddities and some skulls you think you can see. But yeah, I'll show you what you can see.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
fuck
The
this.
shinies.
Oh my god! Wait, hold on.
It's a giant raven.
They look kind of. Yeah, I don't. I'm good.
Wait.
I'm totally
Wait.
good.
It's shinies.
We should kill it.
Wait.
Is his
Sock.
name Norman?
Okay.
I'm gonna murder this fucking crow if we don't do something soon.
And as
I
it
have
kind
to
of
ask you a
sees the
question.
light, go on, Chuck. Yeah.
Would now I know I'm far off here, but would you say that this thing reminds Chuck of the person that he spoke to at the trader when Pip got
No.
his wand?
No,
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 okay.
no. Still at a distance, hard to make out too many details, but they keep coming towards you. If anything, they pick up pace a little bit. Still whistling along, just coming towards you. And they look up and with a hand, and you see like feathers underneath the arm. That like are too spread out to be used for flying or anything. But a clawed hand comes up, and they just wave at you a little bit as they keep pushing the cart.
Excuse me.
They're about 30 feet away.
Gabriel, relax.
It's a boat. What do we do?
Maybe just let them pass. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess Gabriel would just move off the path enough to just give enough room to move by.
They don't seem to be wanting to move by. As they get closer now, they're coming right towards the group, and they look up and they do that little bird head twitch towards you, and you hear the beak kind of like click together a couple of times, and then would
Would mine detect magic?
detect magic? How long does it last?
1 second, the pop-up went away. We are spellbook detect magic. All it says is for the duration. Anything within 30 feet.
There should be a duration on the spell.
10 minutes.
Okay, so
Wait,
it's
no,
probably
that's for the. Am I dumb? Where is the duration?
Isn't that an hour?
Yeah,
It-
it's
I'm
10
thinking.
minutes.
Yeah.
it's 10 minutes.
10
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, it would have expired at this point, I'd say. So if you want to cast it again, you'd have to cast it again. But they kind of come up to you, tilt their head quickly in like a twitchy fashion, click their beak together. Would you like to trade?
Oh my god, I'd love to.
Fuck.
Puts Pip down.
I'll, sorry, go ahead.
What you got?
As you say what you got, they repeat it back to you, and you hear your voice mimicked back to you.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
Is this bird focused on Pip right now?
It's like twitching and looking at each and every one of you, and like looking up at you, looking down at you, looking at your like pouches, your belts, looking back up your eyes, and then back down to your like items. Definitely just taking you all in.
Just to clarify, because I mentioned it before, passive stealth. Chuck couldn't like step out of like this bird's frame at all.
If you want to like
Probably not.
move into the forest and try and hide, you can do.
Nah, I don't think Chuck's looking to hide. He's just looking to kind of like get out of frame of where this bird's looking, sort of, just in case.
I'm
I
gonna-
mean, you can like step behind somebody, but you're still gonna be
Okay.
visible.
Okay.
Pip is gonna cast Minor Illusion and create the sound of them asking if we'd like to trade back to them, like their own voice back to them.
You watch as you begin to cast magic, and in like a different voice, you just hear no, and they kind of reach out and like slap your hands down with their claws, not to hurt you or anything.
Holy
And they
shit.
and like once you've stopped, if you stop, they kind of relax slightly. Not here. Anywhere but here.
As a result of that, Pip is not going to cast his very minor illusion.
I'm gonna, as you know, as that happens, I'm gonna sort of just lean over and look into the cart to, get a better look at what he has. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna like shoot my eyes back and forth between him and his cart.
Yeah, okay. I would say that some of you actually, so Zaxxon, you look into the thing. It's just like there's just like a bunch of different. There is some like food in here that looks like rotten. There's just various different like animal skulls in here. There's just like a few loose coins. There's some gems. There's a bunch of different stuff. You do see like the hold on, what do you see? Like at the bottom of the crate, which is a bit bigger than the picture. I would say it's a bit longer. It's more like a like a small cart that they're pushing instead of just like that little box. But what you do see is what looks to be like a hammer of some kind, like the hilt of like a. You see a hilt and then you see like a hammer too. There seems to be like a weapon buried underneath. So they've got a bit of a mismatch of things.
You have anything for a wizard?
They look at you. And whenever they speak, by the way, like every few words it kind of the voice changes slightly. So like it's like mimicking a different person. Like the voice just completely changes every like sentence. Wizard. Oh, wizards. Wizards don't survive round here.
I'm gonna point down into the cart, like at the hammer. I'm just gonna stare at him, not really say anything, sort of like, cock my head.
They must be drawn to magic.
And it looks like a female bird of some kind that kind of digs down through the pile and brings out this hammer. It looks like a warhammer that is it's like silvered. It's beautifully crafted. With like but it has like this red entwined like I don't know how to call it, like red, like not calligraphy, but what it's just like a red gilded, like all
Like
around
runic
it,
etchings.
kind of, yes, going up the hilt and to the top, and then at the top there is a like where if you picture a hammer, this is a warhammer, so one side of it is like a flat face, and then the other end is like this spiked point.
Nice.
And then like on the top side of the hammer, between the flat face and the spike, is like a metal engraved what looks to be like a bird's skull.
Chuck's gonna be intrigued and just kind of eyeball this hammer.
I'm gonna pull out the great axe that's on my back, the one that I got from the blacksmith Godfrey in the town of Imbusfire. I'm gonna sort of hold it out to see if he'll sort of trade for it.
She kind of looks at it and she kind of quickly reaches out and snatches it from your hands. You can resist if you want, but she kind of snatches it and brings it down. Has to use both clawed hands, which you see like a few of the fingers are missing on one of the hands.
How tall is she? Just for reference.
She's like she's probably about, she's not tall, like she's probably like the same size as Chuck. And she's
No
hunched over
shit.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a kenku, by the way. This is a this is a bird person.
Bird. Yeah.
But again,
so
like
cool socks. Oh my god.
every like sentence is like you hear like somebody else's voice. And like every so often there'll be like a rustle in the forest, and like their head will twitch around and quickly look over, then look back at the axe. This is nice, but not very shiny. And kind of hands it back.
Chuck is going to pull out. He's not going to say anything. He's just going to pull out. Chuck has 2 daggers. He's going to pull out the one that he doesn't normally use. So it's going to be very clean. He's going to hold it up.
While he does that, I'm gonna dig through and sort of like pull out just like a handful of gold. I don't know, like maybe like 20 to 30 or so pieces, and just sort of like see if they're interested in that at all.
They look down at the gold and like the eyes kind of glint a little bit.
Fuck.
And then they look back at the dagger and they kind of reach out for you to hand it over.
Was that the gold or dagger?
The dagger.
Chuck's going to hand over his clean dagger.
They kind of bring it up and kind of sniff it a little bit. No. And they kind of throw it back on the ground next to you.
Chuck's going to pick up his clean dagger and wipe off the blade, looking offended.
I'm gonna sort of like motion with my hand with the gold in it, sort of like lifting it up like as an offering, and then I'm gonna point towards the hammer. Again, just not speaking, but more gesturing as to what I want.
You hear another voice come out. Oh, how much is that then?
I'm gonna look.
What direction was his voice?
It was from the bird, from the
Okay,
kenku.
Oh, fuck it. This it's around 30 gold pieces.
Oh.
You can do better than that, I'm sure.
Your price.
While this happens, Chuck's going to slowly pull out his moon touch sword.
That's the glow stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's going to
Okay.
hold that up.
Is it like
this is
glowing brightly? Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so he's out of the sheath. They look at that and they're like, that's... And then you hear like someone else's voice going, now that's your sword. And they kind of reach out and grab it. This is good. This and 100 of those.
The
Points at the
fuck?
gold.
I'm gonna sort of just really like lean in down at them and
Tim,
is it
we have-
really worth that much?
Chuck tried to say, forget if we figured out if it was magical or not.
Of course it is. I am a
Insight
res-
check
Yeah, I was gonna do the same.
I was gonna have Chuck do an insight check.
as a
too.
fellow
No,
bird
all of you.
man.
All of you can roll an inside check.
Okay. Fucking lying sack of shit. That's what you are. It's so worth it in other people's voice.
Where's my insight?
Yeah.
Am I blind?
Yes.
Fuck.
It's above your intimidation.
Oh, I am blind.
It's under history.
Fuck.
Pip with the huge.
19 to fucking damn it.
Chuck, that's the most average roll I've ever seen you roll.
Shut up. $11 though.
Wait, Pip, I am messaging you your insight check.
Why do you do that? Is this bird trade familiar to me? Is this person?
Is this no, the Kenku, you have no idea who this is.
Okay.
This is good price. Good price. Yes. Good price.
I'm gonna like shift my view over to everybody else, kind of like squinting, like, you know, seeing if they think it's a good idea.
Pip's just gonna sort of like, I don't know, cock his head sideways and just. Pip's very confused, truthfully. Very confused.
Hmm.
Would you say hesitant or would you just say confused?
Like Bumblebee.
Yes to both.
basically.
Hmm.
Where they're talking, it's like the radio. That's what I'm getting. Like we can't really actually read into it. It's tough. Oh fuck.
Hmm.
I just say buy it. I mean, fuck it.
Yeah, but then he's gotta trade that too.
It's true.
How much for the hammer without the sword?
500.
What the?
Hey, Chuck wants his sword back. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Gabriel will step forward a little bit during this negotiation. Go. Kind of lean down because he's
Sure.
freakishly tall compared to her. What is your name, little one?
They call me Scratcher.
Scratch. It's a gorgeous name.
Thank you.
Do you have a family, Scratcher?
No.
Does that upset you?
Do you want the hammer or not?
I tried. The
Who of us could even use a warhammer?
Me.
Chuck.
Can
Chuck-
Chuck?
Wait,
Because
hold
Chuck's a
on.
rogue.
Well, how
Hey,
you
give
know?
us a second. Give us a second.
Is it human size
Yeah.
or is it like Chuck size?
It's like normal size. The people with martial weapon
Okay.
proficiency are Zaxxon, Gabriel. Don't know whether Chuck has martial weapon proficiency.
I
Oh no, you might have a dwarf, and I think you can use it as a dwarf. So that is three members of the party that could use a hammer.
So Pip is gonna try to pull everyone away for just a second. You know, sort of just turning back to discuss, and then start mentioning
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Should we tell them that we're here to like save the day? You think that'll help?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh.
No.
Why
I
not?
think whatever we tell them might be on their. They might repeat it back to someone as a response on accident.
We don't
Wow.
know who we can trust here.
Hmm.
We don't know if they're
Aren't they
in
all
league
gonna
with them.
die?
Don't yell that.
They're thriving just fine. They've,
Not by us.
The Whispers have been in Dreadstone for years, and they seem to be getting along just fine. So, as long as they avoid magic, apparently.
What if this one values information and we get the thing cheaper?
And what if they run straight to the Whispers with the information that we're here?
Wait,
So
are we,
kill them and take their stuff is what
we're
you're
thinking
saying.
this might be a magical item. It's probably not. Just based on what they're saying, you tried to cast a simple little flicker of your fingers and then they slapped you. Is
That's
that
not
really
that
going
make
to be
fun of
magical?
me.
I'm
At this
pretty
point,
sure, given everything that we know about the Whispers, that any magic that we
Mhm.
cast is going to be like a fucking flare.
I think at this
Exactly.
point, I'm gonna sort of stand up from the group, walk back over towards the bird.
Hello.
The same way the bird sort of snatched, the great axe and the sword. I'm going to just pick up the hammer for a second and really look it over to see, just like look at these, engravings on it and whatnot to see if there's anything in particular that stands out aside from that.
Okay. What are you trying to see here?
I'm just trying to see if there's like as I'm holding it, does it seem I don't know, like it's got any sort of effect on me, or does it maybe I'll swing it around a little bit if it does. Just anything in particular.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, got a -1 to this. All right. Oh fuck! I did not mean to roll twice. Shit.
But thank God it was
How's
the
a
first
zero
roll.
type?
It was
That's crazy.
It was a 15.
I double clicked.
15. You do get a sense that this thing is magical.
What?
It is well balanced, extremely well balanced. Almost feels like it adjusts itself to your grip, and swings well. Yeah, definitely seems like it's, magical in nature. To what extent, though, you're not sure.
Is this something that Pip would be able to? Well, actually, no, I can't. I wouldn't be able to deter. Well, actually, without holding it, is Pip able to look at it and try to determine whether or not there's anything seemingly magical about it?
I mean, you can roll an Arcana check, sure, to see if you think it's magical.
I
or not.
regret not taking identify.
Okay.
You regret what?
Okay.
What,
Well,
what do you regret?
Let's go.
With
Call
a
me Chuck.
25, yeah, there's arcane runes all up on this thing. Specifically, they look to, you're not well versed in enchanting objects too much, but this is definitely just like, yeah, they're definitely like to assist in, martial stuff. Like it's definitely like making the weapon better, right? As for like any more details than that, it's gonna have to be either spending some time with it over a rest, or the identify spell, or something similar. But definitely magical.
You can't use this, Anna, can you?
No.
Marshall?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's why I'm
I
staying
think we should
quiet.
get it.
I will say, is anybody who's proficient? Actually, let me see. I will say Gabriel. Actually, you know what? Everyone just give me a religion check.
Okay.
Fuck.
Your
Oh.
shit got in the way.
No, what?
Oh,
We
it's
got
over.
griefed by
Damn.
Chris's stupid dice.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he cocked us.
Wow, that was
Hey.
crazy.
what could I say?
Somehow one of you made it. The skull on the top of the Warhammer, given everything in your mind lately, does match some emblems used by the Raven Queen.
Fuck my pussy.
How
How
fitting it was Gabriel who noticed that.
I hate this.
Kick W.
The dice.
I'm gonna pull out 250 gold in the platinum piece, and
So,
sort
okay.
of flash the platinum around, sort of flick it around in the fingers, and just to see their reaction.
They
I'm not
definitely
sure if we-
light up at the platinum. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Does this also include the sword, or is this just cash?
I think the
up
sword's
front?
off
It's
the
just the
table
cash,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
You hear a voice comes in. It says, "I said 500."
Pip is gonna add 50 gold pieces to the pile, trying to convince them to take that.
So we got 300 and a platinum.
I'll
I need a-
tell you. I'll do it for 300. If you
Gabriel then
tell
slaps
me,
up 300 gold immediately.
Hold on, he's talking.
Oh god, he's so stressed out.
if you tell me why folks such as you would walk into Thrain, especially into the Deadwood.
Well, if you really want to know,
Giving the opportunity for someone to shut Pip up.
Cleansing needs to happen here. Leans down and says to their face.
Okay.
Cleansing? What kind of cleansing are we talking about?
Medicine, of course.
Make a deception check.
Hey, listen, guys. He threw Raven Queen at me, okay? I'm sorry. I have to react. I apologize.
You better be the most deceptive you've ever fucking been.
This
It's
better
about to
be
be
a net fucking
crazy.
20.
Here we go. Oh.
Hold on. Well, this town could do with some help. Given recent events.
Oh? What recent events?
My secrets cost shinies. And then snatches the 300 gold.
Yeah. Okay. That's a hit to the bank account, guys. I ain't gonna lie.
What's it like to have a bank account, Gabriel?
Wait, hold on. So was this 300 gold from Gabriel or the
All from
250 and
me.
then 50?
It's all from me.
Oh.
I am at 1 gold.
Welcome.
A
Full of the
singular.
sea.
Oh God, he said, you little shit. Raven Queen throws money.
Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you all. And kind of just starts pushing off the cart down the path away from you.
Do I have a hammer?
Yeah, you now have a warhammer. Yep. If you're keeping it.
I hold it. After the purchase, just showing everybody. I just go, I will try to figure out what this is, and then I will give it to the person who will use it the best. Trust me, I'm not going to.
Can Pip try to see whether or not Gabriel is being
Full of it?
sus? Yeah.
You can you can interpret that based on, you know, you don't have to roll. You can listen. We don't need to do rolls against the other characters. You can just interpret based on the role play.
Yeah. Enna is literally just stood there with her arms crossed, with her eyebrow raised, just looking at him.
Gabriel smiles under his mask, but you can't see it.
So
Gabriel, can you even use that thing?
I don't know.
Well, then why don't you give it to somebody who can?
I bought it.
the hammer, the pike on the back, it's in the shape of a crow, right? Or like a crow's beak.
So it's like the hammer, and then it's like a crow's beak that comes into like the point of the hammer. So it's just like a normal warhammer that's just been that's had like the crow's beak on top, decorated into like the point. Yeah,
I see.
like this curved point. Yeah, which is used to like pierce armor and shit like that with a warhammer. So
Right.
But just let me figure it out. If I find a little project.
Huh?
We got losers.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, let's keep going. Slings it and walks forward.
Okay.
Onward and
Jackson,
upward.
can you carry me?
I'll pick Pip up and put him on my shoulders.
Come on, Chuck.
I suppose we're just continuing into town at this point. The Deadwood. Huh?
So, do we have to go through the town to get to Dreadstone? Was that it? Both of the signs were pointing the same way, yeah?
they were pointing the same way. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Oh, you're really gonna make us go through the town? Damn it.
Damn right we are.
How far away are we?
From where you landed, like it was a good distance, so you're gonna have to travel for a little bit. But if you're taking off, you begin walking through the forest, and yeah, are you just traveling along? Or?
Yeah.
Anything?
I suppose
Good.
so. It's-
Sounds like Gabriel was leading the pack because he just started walking off.
Okay.
And just in a straight line because he can't see. He doesn't know where he's going.
I got the lantern out, so.
Oh, you got it out?
All right. Someone.
Oh, sick.
Let's have a look. Okay. So you make your way down this path. It's a windy road. You can kind of see through the breaks that you're getting closer to the village. You can kind of see the smoke coming up through the tree line. But ahead of you through the forest in the dark, I'll say Zach, 'cause you're the only one who spots this, but you see like a glint of light in the forest. Like off to the left, probably like 100 feet, 150 feet away.
I'm gonna sort of like squint towards it to really try and make it out, and maybe even like just sort of cascade the light over a little bit towards it.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Now, I know that you did say that it was at a disadvantage because it's a dark, foggy wood, but I do have a sentinel shield that gives
So
me
just be a
advantage.
flat
Oh my
roll.
God,
Okay,
Yeah.
flat roll. Okay.
Flat roll, yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's the
fine.
shield with the eyeball. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. Oh fuck. Okay, it auto did. Okay.
You
Well,
rolled 2 20s.
Ain't
that's
no way.
Dude, that's crazy.
It auto rolled at advantage. So sorry. But I'll just unequip the shield for now so it doesn't do that.
Ain't no way you just double
Ain't no way you're
rolled
just about to
nat
dish a
20s.
220.
Yeah, that
can y'all give me my dice back? I miss it.
You can see through the forest. You see not one but two of these glowing balls of light that just look like little lantern lights, just like bobbing around in the forest. That now that you kind of look at the path, it's kind of like close to the path ahead of you, but they're off in the forest slightly. Yeah, even with a natural 20, all you really see is these little bobbing lantern lights.
I'm gonna dim our light and sort of, look back at everybody else, and we are not alone, and sort of point in the direction of the lights while I scoot off to the outer edge of the trail, just sort of next to the trees and whatnot, trying to be light-footed.
Does Chuck recognize anything with his dark vision?
There
I'm
I'd
also
imagine not
going
because it
to
was
be
a light.
looking.
you can like if Zaxxon's pointing them out, you can also start to see these like two bobbing, just like white lights in the forest.
party.
Just like floating in and out the trees, casting these shadows. The shadows themselves, like in the dark forest where there's no path, definitely like making you trip out and think, am I seeing somebody moving around there, or just what's going on? But yeah, you just see these two bobbing lights off into the distance.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is like, are they actual lantern lights, or is it like a magical, like floating orb type? Forest spirit-ish, maybe.
Firefly. A giant firefly, maybe.
It's difficult to tell from this distance, because you're like 150 feet away. All you can really tell out from this distance is there's just two lights bobbing up and down, moving side to side. Definitely doesn't look like something like hanging from a tree or anything, because they're moving kind of erratically.
But this is off the beaten path that we're following currently, correct?
Yeah, just off the
Okay.
beaten path, but it's ahead of you.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna sort of keep moving forward down the trail, but again, just sort of like doing my best to also edge, like now in the tree line, but on the like edge of it, to just be just off the trail.
Okay. As
And
you
I'm gonna
kind
beckon
of
to the others to kind of just let's go past that and keep moving.
you kind of just start getting closer, and you start to hear like the faint sounds of like wind chimes as you kind of get towards them.
What the fuck?
So while on Zaxxon's back, Pip is gonna try to cast Detect Magic again.
Okay.
So obviously that's gonna take some time, but we'll that's the route I'm going down.
Okay. 10 minutes to cast. Okay.
Pip,
Yo.
just be careful with casting magic. I mean, you saw how violently they reacted. And like I said, casting magic is probably going to catch somebody's attention in this wood. There's literally no life left in these trees.
Pip is going to immediately stop. especially after remembering that the
Oh.
Wizards don't survive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're headed down the path. How close are you getting?
Gariel's going to lead. With a sense. This isn't unspoken, but he's gained the trust of